Okay, I love Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? I loved it then and I love it now, alright? And even though the game has gone from set to pass being an okay first turn to like 15-minute combos ending on 6 Omni Negates and 3 Floodgates and 2 other forms of interruption, I still love it. Like, I'm not gonna do any kind of like research or like rewatch for this. I'm just gonna rant. And people are always like, wait, Yu-Gi-Oh? What? How could you like it so much? It's just a bunch of people playing a dumb card game. No. I mean, okay, like, yeah, yes, okay, it is that. But it's so much more, alright? And yeah, it's campy, it's overdramatic, it's overdone, but that's what makes it fun. That's why I love it. Also, for the record, I'm talking mostly about the 4Kids version, but not exclusively. I have seen some of the original. The original Yu-Gi-Oh show isn't about the card game. I mean, no, it is, but like the card game is just the medium through which the real story is told, you know? Like the real story is about people and how they interact. Though the game is just a way for them to come together. And that's like literally an author's quote. A lot of the duels in the show serve to illustrate themes like conflicts of perspective, or past versus future, or the power of friendship versus your own individual strength, or mental health conflicts, or the line between passion and obsession. And some of them explore questions like, do you put your faith into a predestined fate, or in the future that you can craft with your own 2 hands? And in a corrupt society, are there really things such as good and evil, or are there only matters of perspective? But yeah, it's a story about this kid, and he's got a good heart, and he's so kind, but he's weak and wimpy, but he's got a lot of skills and not a lot of confidence in them, and it's really holding him back. But his other self is this like powerful ancient Egyptian pharaoh. He's strong, he's confident, but he comes from such a dark place. And they learn from each other. There's this overarching theme of how kindness without strength can often fail to accomplish anything, but strength without kindness or morals can be misguided and corrupted. And it's a big story about being able to let go. The grand finale, like the message is that, you don't have to forget something to move on. You have to like acknowledge and remember the past, but you have to push past it to keep moving towards the future. I don't want to talk about GX or 5Ds too much because for some reason neither show had their final seasons dubbed in English, so I haven't actually seen the true finales of either one. But they're good. They like fix up the pacings from the first show and they still explore pretty good themes and yeah. But that's enough about the show. Moving on to my relationship with the card game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a game I played with my siblings and my cousins growing up, and it became a kind of tradition. Every time I saw them, we would bring the cards and play a game. Put the game down for years and years and years, and then sometime in high school, one of my friends was like, oh, hey, you remember that game, Yu-Gi-Oh? And I was like, yeah, I remember. I got my cards. Some other guy was like, oh, me too, me too, me too. And, we picked a day, we all brought our cards and just played. When we graduated and everybody moved apart for college, it was a thing that kept us together. We would get on an online simulator, get on a call, and just play a couple games every once in a while and catch up. And it really helped us keep in contact for like the last couple of years. I had an acquaintance from college, and we never really spoke one-on-one, but we knew of each other. And about a year ago, she asked me, why I liked it so much, and I gave her a rant much like this one, and afterwards, she asked me to teach her how to play, and so I did. And now we talk all the time, we go to local competitions together, and we've gotten really close, and without this game, I don't think we ever would have crossed from acquaintance to friends. And one of the more brash things I've done in my life, I once quit everything, packed up shop, and just moved to France with like no goals in mind. I knew like one person, and I barely took anything with me. But I managed to make a friend largely because of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, again, I don't speak French, but with a game as common ground, we kind of just hit it off. We went to a game shop, and he let me borrow some cards, and we just played for like hours, and that was years ago now, but we're still really good friends to this day. So, yeah. I've loved this franchise my entire life. I love the characters. It's probably shaped my sense of humor and the aesthetics that I like. I hear the quotes in my head sometimes. I find it inspiring when I'm going through hard times. It's helped me make friends throughout all stages of my life. And I always told myself one day, when I deserve it, I'll buy myself that toy dual disc I always wanted as a kid. So this was super messy and made with patched together audio because I took like a bunch of takes but could never get it right. But I've wanted to make this for a while now. Ever since Kazuki Takahashi passed away, I've wanted to make something about how much I love this franchise, just as my thank you for how much it's meant to me.